Hi, my name is Peyton and welcome back to the CMOS. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to get some motivation for school as a part of my back to school series. So school is starting in like 8 to 9 days for me and I need to pick up some more motivation. And so I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways that I do that and then how to keep it consistent because I know that between sports and clubs and academics, especially in rigorous courses, it can be really, really hard to juggle everything while staying really motivated. So here are some ways to do that. Now, the first thing is an object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you just start something small, that could be an assignment, a part of an assignment, a book, something productive that kind of gives you a sense of reward, you're much more likely to continue and do something else that's productive. And that'll just kind of keep you back on track. I know it's really, really hard to start, but just kind of push yourself, give yourself a small goal or some small thing to accomplish, and then give yourself a reward. That could be hanging out with friends at the end of the day or, getting something kind of fun to eat, taking yourself out shopping, whatever. But make sure that you have a reward and you just kind of start. That'll help you, be really happy with what you've done, be accomplished, and want to do something else. Second, let's talk a little bit about goal making. So people say set up small goals, and that's really, really important, and that's really, really good to do. That way you have something small to accomplish, something to strive for, something you've done, give you a sense of reward. But you also want to make sure that you have one big encompassing goal. So for me, that would be my career goals. I want to be a lawyer and I want to go into politics. So reminding myself that that's what I'm working towards and that all the small things that I accomplish, the small goals I have meaning and relevance to my life and what I want to do with it, it helps me make sure that I'm on track and I know that I want to do this. So if I'm kind of dreading something, I'm like, okay, this is what we're working towards. This matters and you should do this assignment, give it your all. And that kind of helps me get a sense of motivation. Now, you don't need to have direct career goals, but make sure that you have something that you're striving for so that everything else has a purpose, has a meaning. And if you don't know what your goal is yet, that's perfectly fine. Making sure that you're trying to make that goal and you're just kind of doing your best, doing what you can is perfect enough. So just make sure that you have some goals that you're making, some small ones, and just some big one. Now, third, you want to make sure that your life is really balanced. So that's make sure that you have enough physical exercise time, you're checking in with yourself emotionally, that you're spending enough time with friends and family. So that could mean hanging out with your friends once a week or calling a family member or just taking a 15-minute walk after you do your homework or before you do your homework, just something to make sure that you're not just doing school period or you're just doing your sport. Because if you just do one thing, you're much more likely to get burnt out in that. But if you're super balanced and you get a little bit of everything, that'll help you so that you have enough energy and enough motivation to work really hard if you do need to do one thing specifically. So overall, the best way to have motivation is to stay balanced. Start something to get little goals, big goals. Make sure that you have a clear objective. And that way you will stay motivated for consistent periods of time instead of having an influx. Now, I hope these things worked out for you and tune back into Decimos where I'll be talking a little bit more about back to school stuff. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, and then also if you have any questions on like the specifics of goal making or anything like that, I'm more than happy to answer those for you. So go ahead and ask those questions at my website at www.decimos.page, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions.